mi familia, mi amigos, the Talk Shop gang. What is good, Talk Shop family? I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is doing exceedingly well. When I was a kid, I think I might have been in primary school at the time. Might have been, 9, 10 years old. I went to the cinema with my big brother. Shout out to my big brother, my brother. And he accompanied me to the cinema to watch a movie that I was underage for, meaning that I needed an adult. And so my brother took me as an adult. The name of this movie that I was so excited to see at the time was a 2003 Marvel release called The Hulk. Now, when I watched this movie, I kid you not, it was one of the most impactful cinematic experiences of my life at the time, even as a kid. I left the cinema in so many emotions. I was inspired. I was scared. There was something that I identified with this movie on a multi-layered level that as a kid I could not maybe articulate at the time. This movie, on its face value at least, is about a green, angry, superhero-like anti-hero monster. However, it is so much more than that. It is just so much more than that. At the heart of this film, now that I am an adult and I can maybe understand the layers that I could not as a kid, it is a tale about our childhood, particularly those of us who may have not experienced the best of childhoods. Now, I'm not talking about myself, as my childhood was fantastic, but I still identified with what the film was trying to portray under the skin. Bruce Banner, the protagonist of this movie, his father was a scientist who experimented on Bruce Banner his entire childhood. His mother and father would argue in front of each other. In fact, it got so heated that his father ended up killing his own mother. Well, it was by mistake, but he killed her anyway, in a fit of rage. And so by the time this young boy grows into a man and, he has this lab experiment go wrong and then becomes the Incredible Hulk, what you really get a sense of in this film is that even in this green superhuman form, he still is just a boy who was left without his mother, a boy who was used and abused. It is no coincidence that his father also decided to see if he could get some form of superpowers by experimenting on himself. And yes, he did, ultimately becoming the Absorbing Man, having the ability to absorb all forms of energy, including gamma energy, which is the energy source that powers the Incredible Hulk. And so, by the climax of the film, his father wants to yet again absorb the Hulk's powers for himself. But this was metaphoric. Remember, his father, since his childhood, has only been taken from young Bruce Banner. And so now you see it made manifest that he is now the Absorbing Man, trying yet again to take and take and take from his boy. I knew, even as a kid, that this movie was just so much more about smashing buildings and, fighting military, artillery and tanks and helicopters. No, this tried to tap into a more psychological element on top of what is already maybe the standard superhero element of the film, which is why it was so important that I make a video, because I want you to go and watch it. I want you to take a Saturday or a Sunday off and just watch this film, 2003's Hulk. Let me know what you think. Will it impact you as it did with I? Tough Shop Gang, you know I love you all. Till the next one.